Yo, I'm going to show you a simple and easy way to mod or convert a Tinywhoop into a high-performance FPV drone. So first we're going to strip all the electronics off the plastic frame. By the way, this works best with a 20 amp ESC and around 8000 kV motors, so make sure that your whoop has similar specs. Next we're going to swap the frame to a TP3 from FPV Cycle. This frame weighs about 9 grams and it's super light and durable. And now we're going to desolder the motors from the flight controller since the wires are too short for this frame. This frame actually pushes a 3-inch propeller. And yes, those little motors on your whoop are capable of pushing 3-inch propellers. You've been bottlenecking them with that whoop board. So now we're going to extend the wire by soldering 12 extra wires to your flight controller and giving them a bit of slack. This process is very nitty, so make sure you feel comfortable soldering. Then solder the extra wire to the motor wire and put heat shrink to protect the connection, and wrap it with some electrical tape to protect the wires. And a little side note of soldering advice is to always make sure to tin the wires. It makes it so much easier, and make sure not to short anything because it will catch on fire. So next we're going to assemble the rest of the drone together. You most likely will need a 3D printed canopy to mount your camera. You can find plenty of STL files on Thingiverse, and if you don't have a 3D printer, feel free to message me, I'll hook you up. So now we're almost done, and we're going to plug it into Betaflight and change some things around because in this case I have to mount the board upside down due to the way the micro USB port was oriented. Since my board is upside down, we're going to have to map our motors correctly the way it's shown in Betaflight. Type in resource in the CLI and note the port where the motors are currently being mapped to. Then free them in a command and map the motors to the correct ports. Next we want to check if the motors are spinning in the right direction. Plug in the battery to do this. If they aren't, go to GitHub and download BLHeliS, not BLHeli32, and reverse the ESC that was incorrect, then write the setup. Go back to Betaflight and just double check the motor is spinning correctly. And now go to PID tuning and we're going to set the rate and profile to 2. We're basically using Betaflight stock tune, which I believe is sufficient. I like putting hot glue in my antennas when I'm done building, and it gives it more support. And now we're basically done. We're just going to put the propellers on and we're ready to go. So this is the final outcome. Weighed in at about 59 grams. Some real craftsmanship right there. You know, it's not that hard to do actually. I think anyone can do this. And you know, we're here maidening it. And this is outside in San Diego in the wind. And this thing, I gotta say, was a ripper. Like, it was just going so fast, so powerful. And you know what's amazing? The battery lasted so long. I did not kill a pack. And I was flying for like 8 minutes on a pack. I didn't even kill it. I have no idea how. Show me a Tinywhoop that can do this. No, sir. And I gotta say, like, this is the perfect drone for a beginner. This will really get you comfortable with just flying and gaining your confidence. The crashes on this thing are very forgiving since this thing's super lightweight. It's not gonna break, and it handles really well. This is like the Mazda Miata of fucking drones. Even if you're like someone with like plenty of FPV experience, I really recommend this. You can have a lot of fun with this. It's super quiet also. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.